guys, how you all doing today? Thanks so much for being here. Of all places that you could be, I am so glad that you are here with me today. I'm Barb, and welcome to Halfway to Sane, where together we explore real cases with respect, clarity, and curiosity. In a world where truth hides in the shadows, we uncover the stories that refuse to stay buried, and every case deserves to be told. Today, I am going over today's testimony of Lindsey Clancy. Lindsey Clancy's mother and sister took the stand today. Paula Musgrove was one of the defense's first witnesses today as day 14 of her daughter's trial continues. When asked by Lindsey's attorney about the relationship she shared with her grandchildren, she said, "I love my grandchildren with all my heart, and you never know what it's like to love a grandchild until you become a grandmother. It was the most beautiful thing. I loved them with all my heart." She also noted that her daughter always dreamed of being a mother. "I felt it was the best thing that ever happened to her, and she would do anything for her children. She was just a loving mother," she said. As she did so, Lindsey put her head in her hands and began quietly sobbing. Lindsey's mother also detailed how she watched her daughter struggle before the deaths of her grandchildren. Lindsey's lawyer displayed a blown-up copy of a text message conversation between the mother and daughter when Lindsey asked her to stay with her at the home for a bit because she was really scared. It read, "Something is wrong. I had horrible insomnia all night and I just don't know how I'm going to get through the day. I started taking the medicine my doctor prescribed for anxiety and I think it's made things worse. It's just really scary and I don't want to be alone." Her mother replied to her that she would be there later that morning. Her mother also recalled Lindsey asking to sleep with her one night because she wasn't feeling well mentally. She also testified that her daughter previously told her and Patrick Clancy, her former son-in-law, that she had thoughts of harming the kids. Her mom told the jury that in December of 2022, just a month before the murders, Lindsey told her and Patrick that she had to confess something to them. She was very nervous, she said. She told us she had thoughts of harming the children. Her mother said she began to notice a change in Lindsey around October of 2022, and she added that Lindsey did not appear to improve through November and December. Before Lindsey's mother took the stand, her sister Allison testified before the court. She said at Thanksgiving 2022, Lindsey did not look good. She didn't seem very energized. It definitely seemed off from how I'd seen her in the past. By December, Allison said she reported her mood was worsening as she described it as depression and she was having more suicidal thoughts. Insomnia continued to be an issue, and she was not feeling like herself. Lindsey's sister testified that at Cora's birthday party in January, it looked like Lindsey was going through the motions and still struggling. On cross-examination, the prosecution asked Allison, who is a licensed social worker and mandated reporter, whether she ever felt concerned enough to report Lindsey, and she said no. Before calling witnesses and after the prosecution rested their case, Lindsey's lawyer filed a motion asking that Lindsey be found not guilty. Based on the evidence in the prosecution's case, he argued that the state's evidence showed Lindsey Clancy was suffering from a mental defect and should be found not guilty. He also argued that the charges should be at least reduced to second-degree murder. He said the state's case showed that the evidence is overwhelming in showing that Lindsey was unequivocally suffering from a mental disease or defect at the time of the killings. The judge denied the motion.